Joe Styx, Phat Boy Fitness Journey Vlogs, weigh-in number 23. $218.4 pounds. Banana. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to have a protein shake after I ate the banana, obviously. It's just a post-workout meal, guys. It is the first meal of the day. It is now 2:30. I had to get some emergency protein today, guys. This is a Muscle Tech Pro Series, a premium gold, 100% whey protein. This is whey peptides and protein isolate, a primary source. It says superior formula featuring ultra-fast absorbing whey peptides. Protein to build lean muscle and strength. We all need lean muscle and strength, now don't we, guys? Yes, we do. Guys, this comes out to 34 grams for one serving. Calories is 130 calories. Total fat, 2 grams of fat. 1 saturated, cholesterol 60 milligrams, dietary fiber less than 1 gram, 2 sugars, 24 grams of protein. Gotta have that protein! And 98 grams of calcium, 1 milligram of iron with 160 milligrams of sodium. Peep that. Ooh, peep it. Can you peep it? There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste test for you guys. It mixed up quite well, really fast, which is what you expect from an isolate. It did mix up quite fast. So we're gonna go ahead and taste it, see what we got going on. It is with water only. That way you get a good clean taste on this. Yep, tastes about like your average whey protein isolate. Probably tastes better than some of the other generic ones that you get. I'm not so sure this is generic. Paid $33 for this at the local drugstore. That's all they had there other than the stuff that you can get from Walmart, and I do not want the stuff that you can get from Walmart. So I grabbed that. It's actually pretty good. So if you're in a stick and you have to go out and get some protein, that would probably be a good one to grab a hold of, guys. It is pretty decent. 24 grams of protein. You can't go wrong with that. As long as it's pretty clean protein. Like it says, it is ingredients of premium protein blend, whey peptides, and whey isolate. It is the first 2 ingredients on the list. Tastes fairly decent for an isolate. Anyways, guys, as you've seen, I had actually gained a little bit of weight back. I will be gaining weight back over the course of the next week because, guys, I am adding carbohydrates back to my diet for a diet break from keto. I like doing that every now and then just to see where my body's at, you know, as far as being insulin resistant, etc. That way I can kind of monitor it, because I don't want to be eating keto all my life, guys. It is sustainable. However, it's not sustainable for me mentally, because I do love carbohydrates and I love the pump that they give me, etc. And now I could probably make a cyclical ketogenic diet a little bit more sustainable, but I don't want to have to, guys. It's not what I want to do. I want to get to where I'm not insulin resistant anymore and be able to eat normal diets like most other people do. And also trying to get into bodybuilding maybe eventually. I will want to eat carbohydrates, because you will build muscle faster eating carbohydrates than you will if you're on a ketogenic diet. So basically over the next week, I will be implementing more carbs. I'll probably get up to about 150 grams of carbs. I'm at around 100 grams a day right now, guys, and it is every other day this week. However, next week I will be implementing them every day up until I'm about to 150 grams of carbohydrates. I do not want to go into eating carbohydrates immediately out of ketosis like that, because, guys, you will gain fat back quickly. It's the same way if you're trying to go into ketosis and you're still adding carbohydrates and you're adding more fat real fast, you will gain fat first because your body needs to adjust. And this is what I'm doing. I'm giving my body time to adjust back to carbohydrates. Eating carbohydrates 1 day a week is not going to cause you to gain fat unless you overfill yourself. If you overfill, it's called spilling over with your carbohydrates, and you're getting a lot of water and stuff under your skin. You look puffy. You don't want to do that. It's the same way if you're coming out of ketosis. You don't want to overdo your carbohydrates, because you will gain fat back, because your body's still using fat as a fuel versus the carbohydrates, and it'll just wind up getting stored, and you don't want that. So you want to implement it slowly. The same way I like to do, well, it's the same way that I like to do with ketosis. I like to implement it slowly. Then after about 2 weeks, I'm into full-on ketosis. A lot of people just jump right on into it. They don't have a problem with it. I didn't like it. It caused me to have issues. And I noticed that when I implement it slowly, guys, I don't have that problem with being fatigued, you know, the normal keto flu kind of thing going on. And I don't have a problem with keto flu after having carb ups. If I was to go back into ketosis, it will be 2 weeks of full-on ketosis, standard keto for 2 weeks. That way I know my body is actually using the fat for fuel. And then after that, I will have my cycled keto every weekend, every other weekend. It just depends. It just depends on how my body reacts to it. And you just got to, you know, fill it out, guys. You got to fill any diet out. It doesn't matter what kind of diet you're on, you got to fill it out. I found that my body would lose weight faster under 100 grams of carbohydrates. Now I'm going to go up to 150 grams this time around and see if I can lose weight on 150 grams of carbohydrates. And if I can, then that means it's more sustainable for me to do that on a carb diet. And that's what I'm looking for, guys. Trying to get that insulin resistance up out of here. Because I want to eat some stuff, guys. I like that rice. I like that quinoa. I love that breaded chicken. But anyways, guys, that's what it's going to be. PR today, guys. I did a PR today. Oh my gosh, 300 pounds. 300 pounds! Rack pull. It's the first time I've did that, guys. It was almost emotional for me, guys, because 300 pounds is what put my back out. It was a 300-pound box of copper plates that I jerked up at a machine shop that we was cleaning out for an old boss. And I jerked up a 300-pound box of copper plates, those big wooden crates. And it was supposed to have been empty, and it wasn't. I jerked it up, guys. I stood straight up, and I couldn't put it back down. Messed my back up. So whenever I was able to pull that 300 pounds twice and come out clean, you know, no pain, it was pretty emotional for me. I have been building muscle and strength in a deficit, guys, for about 2 years. There's little maintenance phases that I do. I'm not going to do a maintenance phase this time. I'm just eating carbohydrates at a deficit. Other than like 2 or 3 maintenance phases that I've done in the last 2 years, it's pretty much been all deficit. And that just goes to show that you can still gain muscle and strength while in a deficit. At least if you're a large guy like I am, or I was, you know, 200 something pounds compared to what I used to be, 300 pounds. You can probably gain a lot at first because your deficit is a lot different than it is when you get down to this weight. So I may have to readjust for carbohydrates as far as my calories goes. I don't know yet. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show my PR after this little clip here, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'll try to do a full day of eating later this week for you guys while eating carbohydrates. That way you can see exactly what I eat. I try to eat as clean as possible. Pretty much eat a lot of whole foods, guys. Every now and then I'll eat some stuff that's not whole food, but 90% of my diet will be whole food. I may have a cheat meal every now and then. It won't be every weekend like it used to be while on keto, but during the actual carbohydrate phase, I won't need to do that because my body's getting the carbohydrates that it needs. And anyways, guys, show you this here clip.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it seems to follow.
New PR. 300 pounds by 2.
Like a shadow dark and cold to the touch.
300 pounds by 2.
Am I insane not to let go?
Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Oh, before I go, I want you to do something for me. I want you to do something for me. A lot of us here in this community struggle with realizing their limits and things that they can do. They let themselves get in their own heads mentally, and it distracts them, and it keeps them from pushing further. Not pushing further so much that you hurt yourself, but pushing further for that progress that you need. I want you to do me a favor. Anytime you're feeling down on yourself, anytime that you feel like you just can't move on, get up, walk to that mirror, look in that mirror and tell yourself you're worth it. Just look right in that mirror and say you're worth it. Say, I'm worth it. I can do it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me but me. And I'm not gonna stand in my way. You can do it. You're worthy. Love yourself. Make the change. Progress and move on. Anyway, y'all don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a good one. Keep moving.